What's up? Today we are talking about multiplying and dividing with negative numbers. And I have what I think is good news. So if you already know how to add and subtract with negative numbers, multiplying and dividing, in my opinion, is actually easier. There's a simple rule that you can just follow, which is when you are multiplying or dividing, if you have the same signs, meaning positive times positive or negative times negative, or positive divided by positive or negative divided by negative, the answer is always positive. So same signs, always positive. I'll actually write that out. Same signs, whether they are positive or negative, will equal a positive answer. And the rule is different signs, whether that's positive times negative or negative times positive, or positive divided by negative or negative divided by positive, will always make a negative answer. So the rule is different signs will make a negative answer. That's all you really need to know. Let's do some examples. So let's do, how about negative 2 times negative 3. Now what do you notice? We've got the same signs here, both negatives. So if we're having trouble remembering, we can go back and look at our chart. Or we can remember the rule, same signs, always positive. Same signs, always positive means negative 2 times negative 3 will be 6. Or we can look at this chart and we can see negative times negative equals positive. And I can put that invisible. Some students put that plus sign there. I often leave it out. But we can throw it in today just because we are in learning mode. Let's do another example. What if I do this problem here? Negative 10 divided by 5. Now remember, I've got an invisible positive sign there, although now I just wrote it in. Now I'm dealing with different signs. The divisor and the dividend are different. I can look at my chart and I can see negative divided by positive equals negative. Or I can remember that different signs means the answer is always negative. So my answer is going to be negative 5. And let's do one more just for kicks. What if I have negative 4 times negative 3? Well, I've got the same signs. They're both negative. My answer is going to be positive. It is actually going to be positive 12. And you can choose whether or not you want to have that positive sign there. Let's do some problems together. This is from a worksheet that I gave my students. And let's just remember, I think it's easier to remember the simple rule, same signs means positive, different signs means negative. Same signs, answers positive, different signs, answers negative. Let's do it. What is negative 4 times negative 3? We actually did that, I think, earlier. Negative times negative is going to be positive 12. I'll throw in that plus sign. Same signs, always positive. Here I've got the same signs again, positive 3 times positive 5. That's going to make same signs, always positive. Now here is something different. We've got negative 4 times positive 2. Different signs, always negative. Here we have negative 10 times negative 3. Same signs or different signs? If you said same signs, you are correct. They're both negative, so they make a positive answer, positive 30. 10 times negative 3 is the same as positive 10 times negative 3. Different signs, always negative. Okay, let's do these next few together. 20 divided by 2. Well, we know that's 10. We've got positive divided by positive. Negative 20 divided by 2. Same signs or different signs? Well, they sure are different signs, meaning my answer is going to be negative, and we've got negative 10. 9 divided by negative 3. You can always think positive 9 divided by negative 3. Same signs or different signs? Different signs, meaning my answer is negative 3. Negative 9 divided by positive 3. If you got negative 3 for your answer, you are correct. And how about this last one? Negative 9 divided by negative 3. If you got 3 or positive 3 for your answer, you are correct. It's really not so bad. And like with so many things in life, practice makes progress. And that is all for today. Until next time.